We usually focus on helping clients shift into their left side since they are buried in their right side. I've heard that sometimes, but you need to integrate right side before you address the left. What does that mean? First off, I don't like telling people they're buried in their right side. I definitely don't tell that to clients because I've seen the ill effects of people being told that, and then they obsess with this that I can't get out of my right, I can't get out of my left, and I've spent the last 2 years working on my left side, and nothing's going well. That's probably not what's going on. First off, bones don't touch. There's a good research article there that I'll share with you that discusses that. It's a really cool study. So I don't know how we can be buried in that regard unless you have a major structural abnormality. What can happen is you can have a restriction in movement in many directions, and that can make it very challenging to restore movement capabilities on both sides. But when someone says integrate a right side before you address the left, what I think is more important than that is you have to be able to do things well on both sides. That's why the stack is so important from a coaching standpoint. Because anytime you go single leg or you throw in reaching, single arms, or shifts, or anything wild and crazy, it's a lot harder. And people jump to that way too quickly before they have the body awareness to be able to do that well. So it's not a matter of going right first and left. It's a matter of doing things well on two legs, because it's easier to teach things on two legs, and then making sure you do things savagely well on both the right and left side. Because guess what, folks? Things aren't as clear and dry as you have this restriction on the right and this restriction on the left. Most people are limited bilaterally. So let's keep it real. Let's not work with this pie in the sky thing that we see once a millennia in terms of this particular pattern. Look at the limitations that your person has in front of you and address them with a lot of the interventions that I have on my site or the stuff that you like. And don't worry about just focusing only on a left side or making sure you got to, but you got to get the right first and then you go left. Nah, just look at what this person can and cannot do. Give them the movement and give them activities that challenge their ability to perform the activities that they can't. And if you do that and you build their fitness levels, a lot of times people are going to be moving better and feeling better. And to me, that is way more important than going in the sequential if this then that. The hard thing with that is you have to test. You have to be critical. You have to challenge yourself and your biases. I remember when I was really biasing asymmetries earlier in my career. I mean, sometimes I would think that I would see this asymmetry all the time. And I think I faked myself out testing-wise in order to make it so. Whereas if you can be as objective as possible, which is hard because we're subjective creatures, and you look at what the person is doing in front of you and address things that way, I think that's much more fruitful and helpful for your supreme clientele than following a set rule of do this, then this, then this.